Hi ladies! So it is 10 weeks already, and this week has just been really busy because we had Christmas and everything. So not a whole lot of time to stop and think about pregnancy symptoms this week. And honestly, I'm still feeling pretty not pregnant, and I'm mostly based that off of the lack of nausea, because that's just been like the symptom I've had previously with my other babies. So I've got my little list here. And this week I have, if my bladder is full and like I'm laying down, like in bed, I can feel my uterus now. It's a couple inches above my pubic bone. Um, and right now I feel it more on my right than my left side. But it's definitely there. It's definitely my uterus because I've been using the fetal Doppler, and I put it right on that area where the uterus is, and I find the baby like within seconds now. Um, and the baby's heart rate is like really, really fast. It's like 180 to 190. And that's on the high end of normal for this amount of weeks. And it should start going down from here. So we will see about that. I have been having a little bit of nausea, and it's mostly in the evenings. Um, and it's not bad at all, and it doesn't interfere with anything. One thing I've noticed that helps treat it for me is chicken broth. Just drinking a glass of chicken broth or having a bowl of chicken broth makes it go away. So I don't know why that is helps, but it does for me. I've been having some breakouts. You can't really see them. They're just the little like there's one right here, like sore spots under your skin. They're not like coming to the surface really or anything, but I've noticed a little bit of like kind of like cystic acne, like the kind that's underneath your skin. Um, and then another thing I've noticed this past week is I feel like my joints are like more unstable than normal. Like when I sleep on my side, my shoulder kind of roll in extra far, and then like I roll over and it's really, really sore because it was able to go past the point of where my joint should normally be able to go. And same thing with my hips. If I walk a certain way or do a certain thing, they feel just less stable than normal. Not too painful yet, just looser. My joints feel looser. Um, and then, kind of slightly concerning symptom this week is I've been having a lot of palpitations, like heart palpitations. And I get this with every pregnancy, and there are two possible causes for me. I have I have a heart murmur that I developed after I had Connor, my oldest. And I've had all of the testing done, and it's just due to my mitral valve. Like it kind of lets some blood go the wrong way. Sometimes it's nothing they need to fix right now or anything, but that can cause some palpitations, and also being anemic can cause palpitations. So I'm hoping it's not anemia starting. I go next week, early next week, to have all the blood work for that, just to see where we stand. At this point in Annabelle's pregnancy, my hemoglobin was 10.2, and it went all the way down to 7, and I had to have a transfusion. And I definitely had palpitations then. With her, I also had a lot of lightheadedness and kind of blacking out when I stood up. That happens now, but it only happens when I'm getting out of the bath. So if I'm in like hot water and then I stand up, my blood pressure drops like really quickly and I kind of black out a little. Um, but it used to happen with Annie if I got up off the couch or I walked to another room. So it's not that bad yet, but I am starting to see some of that. So that's kind of makes me feel a little uneasy. My breasts are growing. I've gone up a whole cup size now. So I don't know. That happens, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and share another book this week. This is called Breastfeeding Made Simple. This is the most awesome breastfeeding book I've ever read, and I've read a lot of them. It kind of talks about how breastfeeding complications are a complication of modern society. Women have to go back to work or school or whatever. They're separated from their baby, and it makes breastfeeding harder. And then it also talks about how to like get around those things. Before moms and babies were separated, people didn't have they were mostly always successful with breastfeeding. Nobody ever worried if they were going to have enough milk for their baby because the supply and demand was always there. The baby was always there, and when the baby's not always there, it can create some problems. I successfully breastfed my kids while I was working, so I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying this book kind of tells you how to get around those obstacles. And also, it talks a lot about, I'm looking at pictures and stuff in here, but laid back breastfeeding or biological breastfeeding. It's the same thing called two different names. But basically, it's like when you have your baby, instead of holding the baby like to the side on the boob and holding its head or holding your boob and holding its head or whatever you got to do. This basically is like you lean back, you put the baby between your breasts, head here, feet down here, and then the baby will find its way. Either way, it'll move to one side, and it opens its mouth wide. It triggers its biological cues, so it opens its mouth wide, latches right on, and nurses great. And so it's something you don't really... when I took a breastfeeding class, it was not like in my breastfeeding class. My doula actually taught me about laid back breastfeeding because Annie couldn't turn her head, I think, to the left. Because she was born with a nuchal arm, her hand was like on her head, and it hurt her neck a little bit when she was born, and we had to take her to a chiropractor to get her neck like fixed to put back in the right place, and then she was fine. But while we were having trouble getting her to like turn her head and latch, we did laid back breastfeeding, and she just was able to latch really well on her own. So that's when I learned about it, and then I read this book, and it talked, a lot about laid back or biological breastfeeding. So highly, highly recommend this book. And then I'm going to show you a couple baby things that we've gotten this week. We're trying to buy things like a little at a time, so that when the baby comes, we'll have what we need. So I think I showed you guys one of these before, but my other newborn diaper order came in. So here they are. They're Alva Baby newborn diapers. And the other one, I have it right here. It's the same diaper. It says LBB. They're the same diaper. And I got them on Amazon in a 5-pack. It's like $30, I think. And I like them. I haven't used them on a baby yet, but I've cloth diapered 2 babies, and I like what these have to offer. I will say the number one complaint I've heard about them is the pocket to stuff it in is really small. But I have news for you. If you have a newborn pocket diaper, the pocket's going to be small. I have Fuzzy Bun, extra small, same thing. They're hard to stuff. It's not because like this is Alva Baby and it's a cheaper diaper and it's harder to stuff. It's because newborn diapers are small. So if you don't want to stuff a newborn diaper, I recommend pre-folds and covers or all-in-ones. So I have really skinny hands and long fingers, so stuffing them is not a problem for me, but I have heard that my husband has a hard time, and he has skinny hands too, but his hands are like a little bit wider than mine, and so he has a hard time stuffing them, so I usually do that part. But I also got some more cloth pads. These are the ones I got this time, and I got these on Amazon. I bought 2 5-packs, and they were $10 or $15 for 5. It was a good price. So I don't know if I said this before, the FDA, I think, is making people who make cloth pads like register them as a medical device now, and it costs a lot of money to do that. So a lot of people who make cloth pads are not going to be able to pay that to continue making them, and so you're not going to be able to get them. They're not going to be like as easy to find. A lot of people who make them are clearancing them right now because they can't pay next year. It's like $4,000 to like register them, and so they're just trying to get rid of them all in 2014. So that's why I was able to get 10 of these for like pretty cheap. And then for Christmas, we got a couple things for baby when I was opening presents. My brother got me a maternity shirt. My sister got me a little set of onesies. They're like gender neutral because we don't know yet. But they're so tiny. I know you say that every time you see newborn clothes. But they're so cute. And then my parents, I have an Amazon registry just because I need some place to keep track of all of the things that we still need to buy. And then every paycheck, we're buying one of those things. But my mom found my registry somehow, and she bought something off of it for Christmas. She got a little bouncy seat. It's in our closet upstairs. I didn't carry it down. But we sold our bouncy seat with the other kids, so we have a bouncy seat again. And yeah, that's what we got for baby for Christmas. Alright, I am going to show you the belly. I'm not sure how it looks in the morning. I haven't looked in a while. But at night, I definitely like see a little bump. I don't know, so we'll see today what you think. Alright, so here is 10 weeks. I think you can start to see some rounding. I don't know. Let's see. And this is, yeah, see if I suck in, you can see the roundness there still. Which that's new this week. It wasn't like that before. So. Yeah. Oh, my pants line. So, belly's growing. I still haven't gained any weight. I'm exactly the weight I started at. So, initially I lost weight. Now I'm back up to where I was. So we will see. I'm hoping not to gain too much weight, but we'll see. You never know. I'm getting my hair cut later today. So next time you see me, I should have shorter hair. But I think that's all for this week, guys. Okay, so coming up next week, I have my prenatal for all my blood tests and everything, and also to choose which genetic test we're going to have. I have that on Monday. And then I have a doula meeting, and I have my doula meeting for the organization I'm part of as a doula. And then the next day, I get to meet our doula and get the contract started and signed and everything for that. So that's exciting. And then I'm seeing the chiropractor, which I'm excited about because all of my joints feel kind of wonky. And then we did schedule our gender ultrasound on January 24th. So we will find out then if it's a boy or a girl. And sometime in between now and then, we're also going to have the NT scan. It's not scheduled yet, so I don't know. But in the next 2 weeks, we'll have that. So, all right, ladies. Well, thanks for watching, and I will see you next week.